to rotate your tires or not to rotate your tires. We're gonna break everything down on a Tesla Model Y on today's video. We're at America's Tire, so I guess you know the answer in my case. All right, this is the tire in question. The right rear seems to be wearing out, and you can see it right there already. Seems to be wearing out more often than not on these cars, the right rear as opposed to the left rear. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the rotation like the manual suggests. I didn't do that on the first set, and it did wear out after 31,000 miles. So this set is from 31,000 miles to 52,000 miles. And again, you can see here, it's definitely wearing, but there are still grooves here. So, I mean, we've got something to work with here. So the hope is we put this tire over there, that tire over here, and I know it sounds weird because it's still going to be the inside edge. If you're finding value in our video right here, don't forget to hit the like button. It totally means a lot to me, as well as hit the subscribe button. Over 11,000 of you have already done so, and it really blows my mind. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. So there's where it says outside. So it's not like you could take the tire off the wheel, move the tire to the other side, and wear the other edge of the tire, because this side still has to be on the outside. So if we move this left rear to the right rear, it basically has to flip over and remain on the wheel as is. So I'm not sure if this is going to do anything. I guess we'll find out together. Let's do a quick reading. We'll do the inside edge with our tire gauge just to give you an idea. Bring that out. We are a little bit in the yellow on that inner edge, which, you know, doesn't surprise me. There you go. Next one up, 1, 2. This is kind of the middle, kind of in the yellow there. So this is again 31,000 to 52,000. Let's do another reading. So you can see it gets better as it gets over to the outer edge, which, you know, that's the nature of the beast here. So to give you a comparison, this is the left side or driver's side rear. In all honesty, it does look better. These grooves look thicker still. And so maybe there is something to this. You know, maybe we can extend the life of these, even if it's 5,000 miles. These tires are not cheap. And we could put this edge on the inner edge of that side, and then this will wear, and then that will calm down the wearing on that side. Who knows? Who knows? We're going to give it a try, though. As far as the front tires, you are not going to believe this, but these are originals. 52,000 miles on these fronts. You can see there's a little wear on the front there, on the edge on this one. But original tires, I don't even need to do a depth gauge on this. It's looking pretty good. This is the left front. I'll go ahead and go to the right front. So I am not going to rotate these. It's, I don't want to rock the boat. I've gotten 52,000 miles on the original front tires on a Tesla Model Y Performance, and basically anything beyond this is going to be kind of a bonus, in my opinion, because you've seen all the Facebook posts. You've seen how fast these things wear out for most people. So I'm just going to rotate the rears. Rolling up on our local America's Tire. They are pretty amazing. I've been using them since before I had Teslas. And since getting good reviews all over the place on Facebook and stuff, it's just fitting that they are also good with Teslas, and it's fantastic. So here we are. We're going to get those rear tires rotated. All right, so we are at America's Tire. You can see my car is right there in the bay. We are looking at a 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance. And yes, it has staggered tires. So do you rotate the tires or not? The manual says yes, side to side or left to right, as to help with shoulder wear as well as rotational wear. I'll show you that on the screen as to exactly what the manual says. Today I am doing just the rear tires on this one because the right rear is notorious for wearing out faster than the left rear. So that is my way of thinking of maybe we should try this. On my first set, 0 to 31,000 miles on this car, I already replaced the rear tires. The right rear tire wore out faster than the left, so on this one, I'm gonna try something different. Now the fronts are original, believe it or not. So those have never been changed, never been rotated. We're at 52,000 miles on this car. I changed the rears at 31,000 miles. So between 31,000 and 52,000, I probably should have rotated them sooner, but I'm gonna give this a try and maybe prolong the life of these tires just a little bit more. As far as a regular Tesla Model Y with a square setup or all of the same tires, so what a staggered setup is, first of all, on this car, is the front tires are smaller, just slightly, than the rear tires. So that's called a staggered setup. On most Model Ys, non-performance wise, you are running a square setup. All the tires are the same. And yes, you should rotate them at 6,250 miles as per the manual. Obviously, you can, give or take 1,000 here or there. So that's the story with rotating the tires on this car. We're gonna see what it looks like after it's done. And there you go, just rotating the rear tires on my 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance. Not too busy here on a Tuesday. Now, I did make an appointment, and I highly recommend you make an appointment because they put you in front of the walk-in lines. And they even say on the website that it's about a 30% faster getting in time. So it looks like they're already torquing my wheels. I think I'm gonna be out of here in just a few minutes. And very, very cool. So again, set up an account on the app for America's Tire. Set up your appointment ahead of time. Highly recommend. Just know that America's Tire and Discount Tire are the same company, not to be confused with America's Tire Depot. That's a different company. I don't know anything about them because I've been coming to these guys for years. And anytime you have a tire service for rotation, you want to go into the car here. I call it the car right there, and then into service. And then here in the top right, you're going to see it there, tire service mileage. You can see 19,000 miles ago I did mine. Probably too long I waited on that one, but I'm just trying to see something here. I'm trying to test something out for you guys. Maybe it'll have to happen on the next set, but anyway, you want to hit that reset button. There we go. We did tires, all season or summer, which is what we have. The other choice, in case you're wondering, is winter. So really only 2 choices in there, and you're just going to want to hit reset there and update complete. Limit hard acceleration in the first few minutes of driving to ensure vehicle calibration. Okay, well, I'm going to be supercharging, so that's not an issue. And that's it. Now it says less than 500 miles ago instead of 19,000 miles ago. So be sure to do that because the shop is not going to know to do that, and that's kind of on you. So anytime you do a full rotation or like what we did, just these back two, rotation side to side. All right, you join me on my newly moved or rotated right rear tire. This used to be on the left rear, which was the whole point of this video, right? But I know some of you are screaming at your screen right now. Why don't you just get a rear alignment? Ah! Well, that topic is beaten to death online on the Facebook groups, the Tesla Facebook groups. Apparently, this is how it's set up. I mean, yeah, it could be out of alignment, but it's not enough for me to want to do anything. Basically, that's the, stock setup for these cars. And in order to change that, you need to go aftermarket and you need to spend a bunch of money to have the parts and installation and all that stuff. And by the time it's all said and done, that's probably a couple sets of tires. And I've already got 52,000 miles on this car. I don't know if I'm going to keep it that much longer to justify having the inside wear a little bit better. I mean, right now, the tires are wearing just fine, in my opinion. So I personally am just gonna keep dealing with that. Something that is, of course, in your control is tire pressure. This is my favorite, probably my absolute favorite Tesla accessory. It's from Fantic. It's basically a mini air compressor. It's super, super light. Anyone can do this. I check my tires probably once a month, in the winter sometimes more because you lose pressure in the cold. This is probably your best defense on making sure your tires wear properly. Just make sure those tire pressures, according to the door card on the driver's side, are proper. This particular car is supposed to be at 42 PSI. With this, I do it around 43 PSI, and it seems to level itself out with the onboard pressure system and the TPMS. So I'll have the link down in the description for this. I'm not really trying to be a commercial here, but this is definitely a game changer. If you're going to the gas station all the time, paying to fill up your tires, This can be done anywhere. You could do this at the supercharger, at work, just throw it in your trunk and you've got it anytime you need it. So also good for emergency situations. So just a little air compressor. It does all 4 tires easily, not a problem, but just to check your tires as well. So this is probably your best defense on keeping your tread and your tire wear life a little bit better. There you go. There's my video on rotating the tires for a Tesla Model Y Performance. Obviously, a lot of this applies to the other versions of Model Ys. You're going to be doing all 4 tires. Check the manual for the exact rotation. I like doing front to back, but I know though there are those that like to crisscross and do it exactly like the manual, and you got to do it just so. But personally, my experience on pretty much every car I've ever owned, I always do front to back. It keeps it easy. Thank you so much for watching. We're growing as we speak. We are past the 12,000 mark, heading into the 13,000 mark. I totally appreciate it. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you're a first-time viewer and you like what we're doing, go that extra step. Hit the subscribe button, takes seconds out of your day, and means the world to the channel. So I'll see you on the next video.